Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing mandatory insurance in the context specifically of retirees. I made another video contemporaneously with this one where we discussed this in the context of Thai visas generally. I thought of not making this video. I've talked about this a lot. I know it causes a lot of consternation, but I think it's worth bringing it back up because it's kind of back in the ether of the internet right now. And I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Pattaya Mail. That's pattayamail.com. Article is titled, New Thai Health Insurance Policy for Foreigners in Border Regions Only. So let's start with this. Whatever this new insurance policy is, it primarily pertains to migrant labor that's coming in across Thailand's borders. So primarily pertains to people from like Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar. This isn't all foreigners. So let's start from that premise. The other thing is, just bear in mind, look, sometimes there's only one immigration regime. So there's all manner of foreigners, but there is kind of a separate sort of sub-immigration regime that deals primarily, again, with folks from Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar, because there are a number of migrant laborers that come from there. And honestly, there's just going to be different considerations to be made with regard to folks coming across a land border from a neighboring country than, quite honestly, folks who are flying in from places as far afield as Europe or USA or wherever. You're just going to have to deal with those things practically in a different way. So if people kind of are, they say to themselves, well, why do they have these differing systems? Well, because practically you have to deal with different people differently. That said, going back to this again, Pattaya Mail, pattayamail.com, article is titled, New Thai Health Insurance Policy for Foreigners in Border Regions Only, quoting directly, press reports that a new registration scheme will help boost access to health care for foreign nationals and the stateless is creating confusion in expat circles. Now, again, I urge those who are watching this video, go read the article in detail. Again, we're primarily talking about what's being rolled out as a sort of digital tracking system, registration system, I guess you could call it, for those folks who are in kind of dire straits, some of them along the borders or coming in as migrant labor, and basically a more efficient way of putting them into the system for health coverage here in Thailand. That said, quoting further, most foreign tourists and expats are not currently required to have comprehensive medical treatment, although the exceptions include some retirees with a long-term OA visa issued by Thai embassy. And sort of again, I urge those who are watching this video, go check out that article for more detail. I guess this is becoming something of a perennial question. I discuss it from time to time. Is it possible that O retirement visas, not OA, as noted in that article, OA retirement visas are issued at embassies abroad? They can be extended in Thailand under the OA category, but their place of issuance, their place of promulgation, if you will, is at an embassy. Here in Thailand, if you happen to be in O retirement visa status or are looking to be in O retirement visa status or have maintained it for a long period of time, those folks that are in O retirement visa status operate under a different set of regulations because the O retirement visa is basically operates under the auspices of Thai immigration here in Thailand. And at the present time, there is no regulation requiring O retirees to get health insurance. Question posed is, could they make it mandatory? As I've discussed in many other videos, yes, they could. Do I think it's likely? Not really. Although I must say it's notable, and quoting further from here, or actually it's not in this one, but it's noted, I did another video on this as well, that this whole new scheme that they talk about in that article is set to go online January 1, 2024. Now, anybody that's been watching this channel knows that January 1, 2024 is kind of a red letter date in terms of tax policy. So again, a lot going on. January 1, 2024 seems to be kind of a big day in terms of things changing over here. Now, does that mean we're going to see mandatory insurance? I kind of doubt it. And in fact, I've not seen anything or heard anything that leads me to believe that that is coming down the pike. Now, that said, I'm not the end-all be-all. There could be plans out there, but I just kind of don't think there would be. Also, from a PR standpoint, I don't think it'd be a good idea to do that during the middle of the high season. If that were to happen, I would kind of think it would probably happen sometime in the doldrums of the low season out in next summer, and rather than doing it now. Again, one man's opinion. They could change everything on January 1, and just come out and tell everybody that day that that's what's happened. I think that's unlikely, but we will certainly keep you updated on this channel as the situation evolves.